3, 2, 1, start. The Maruti strike in Manesar and the Anna/Ramdev agitations have a significant feature in common. Though the first happened in an industrial hub and the second in the capital's heart, the core activities at both places closely resemble each other as if they were almost family. Over time, repeated distillations evaporated the settled middle classes out of the anti corruption movement. The residue that was left could have easily been the gang that went amok in Manesar. What makes those in these two sets look alike is that they have nowhere to go and nothing to lose. They often have paper degrees that cost a pretty packet but have neither patrons nor a job to call their own. They are also culturally stung. They have enough English to know that they are English disabled and that too in a globalized world. With a combination such as this, it is not surprising that they are waiting to explode. Getting work is chancy enough, but even after they make it, their names are almost never on the muster rolls. They are usually hired as casual or contract labor, for that way they stay vulnerable and on the firing line. It is not unusual then that they be shortchanged on overtime of denied benefits that are legally theirs. Naturally, they see corruption everywhere at every turn. It not only keeps them from finding work but also roughs them up after they have found one. A lifetime is thus spent in chasing their tail. When things go wrong, and they invariably do, these casual or contract laborers are the first to swap a spanner for a cudgel and go on the rampage. A few regular employees may egg them on, but without the numbers that the floating workers provide, a strike rarely becomes a bloody carnival. Take the same people out of the factory setting, and they are not any different from those who assemble around Anna or Ramdev. Their life trajectories are similar. If they have a job today, it may be gone tomorrow, and who knows about the day after. What would they not give to get a little security and respect? If only someone would open the doors for them, if only they knew English fluently, if only they were better born and not on Grub Street. What luck even their parents are a bunch of losers and cannot give them a leg up. Consequently, their lives draw little meaning from kin, clan, or village. Instead, they identify with a mobile community that pitches its tent now in Ramlila ground, now in Manesar. For this nowhere to go class to get somewhere India incorporated must get serious about high in technology. Unless that happens, there will never be the pressing need to formally hire skilled workers, train them to superior levels, and give them a future. If we keep buying capital goods and complex machinery from places like Germany or China and not make them at home, how will we upgrade local labor? Being self reliant in this respect can help improve our trade balance too. While petroleum purchases consume most of our foreign exchange, the spend capital goods comes second and is growing.